Alright, we are finally live after doing adulting things. How's everyone doing? Hope you are doing well. Sculpture, if I pronounce that correctly. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. So we can continue our Spyro the Dragon Marathon while we play through a lot of the Spyro games. Somebody even asked if I was going to play the Japanese version of Spyro, and it's like, okay, I'll do it, because why not? Be like first playthrough of experiencing that thing, which, honestly, the camera doesn't look too bad in, like, the Japanese version. So, alrighty, let's jump into the playthrough. Let's begin. Favorite Spyro game? Let's go.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores! Yeah! I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto angrier.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, teeth like this, and they spit fire like this. Puh, puh. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Whoa! Rough landing. Hi! Which way's the... beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons! Gah! Ow! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go! You imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who is that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
There we go. You're pretty good. Let's see. Pretty good. Just chilling. Noise is actually your. I kind of feels like it since growing up, I always played the Spyro games a lot. I always play these games always once a year, so it feels like it, in a way. Okay, good. The analog stick is working. It just feels good to play something chill after a good hour or so filling out an application and stuff. Even though it felt like it took longer than it should have. Ugh. So, playing Bloodborne would have been a bad idea. Especially being on edge like that. Whew. Have you played the Spyro games before, Pac-Man? Funny enough, I did, last night I got that, Pac-Man Museum Plus, collection they recently released. Pretty solid, collection. My favorite is this one game called Pack and Roll, where it's, I guess it's kind of like that Kirby game they released on the DS. Except, like, you roll around in, like, little levels, collecting, like, pellets. You get, like, little power-ups and stuff. It's very fun! And then there's this, like, one Pac-Man game, I think it's Arrangement or something like that. I liked it mostly because, like, the art style they went for it. And it had, like, some little gimmicks here and there, like jump or a dash. I never got into them. Any reasons of not getting into them? Was it because they're a bit easy and stuff?
I'm a friend of Alora's, and she's asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress like this. That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
That means if you get into trouble? Yes. You think you'll try out the Reignited trilogy if you get the chance? You'll definitely like Reignited. I will say though, at least with Reignited, the third one is a bit more glitchier and buggier. 1 and 2 are fine. And didn't really appeal to you at first sight. Yeah, fair enough. When it comes to that. Yeah, it mostly appealed to me because I grew up with, like, a PlayStation as a kid. Definitely as a kid, I was always more of a PlayStation than Nintendo. I mean, even then, with Nintendo, the games they always appealed to me were always, as a kid, were just Donkey Kong. Some Mario, but nowadays, not really Mario. I don't know, it's just like, something about those games just doesn't really appeal to me. I guess like one of those things that like you grow up, you get a little bit, you lose interest in something. Now give me a new Donkey Kong, Nintendo, so I actually can use my Switch for something besides Monster Hunter. Metroid Prime 4 would also be nice.
Ah, you must be the dragon everyone is talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
Plus, these games are usually my thing. They're usually like games where I can explore stuff. That always feel like very rewarding.
To get a good look around, hold down the triangle button. Try using triangle to look around this cave.
Some good humor. Difficulty-wise, I'd say Reignite's more easier compared to the original trilogy. Ugh, I still hate what they did with Spike in Year of the Dragon. The fact they nerfed him into the ground. That's like another thing with like Reignite. It's like they made some things a little bit more easier than like the original. Spyro is usually easy, but to an extent there were some things that offered a form of challenge. Like in Year of the Dragon, you had Yeti boxing. In this, you had that one challenge in Magma Cone. Some little stuff like that, they just made it a bit easier. There we go. Do. Let's see. Do I have the flight ability? Let's see, I do. Because I'm gonna get the gems, so I can just get those out of the way. I will have to come back, though, since I don't have the ability Spyro has at the moment, like climbing. I don't have that. I don't have swimming, and I don't have the head bash. There's a cheat code, but unlike some people, I actually like to backtrack in video games. So have these Spyro games aged well? I'd say so. Just like the two other Crash Bandicoot games. Yeah, I'd say so, Spyro. Like, it doesn't feel clunky or anything like some platformers of that generation. Or even like something like Tomb Raider.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me. Nice shooting. Follow me to the next lizard.
Like one PS1 game that comes to mind when it comes like that didn't age that well would probably be something like the second Medieval. More so because of stuff like the camera and the very slippery controls. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to go after that mouse. So this is probably gonna take 2 streams.
You can spit pretty.
Crash 1, I guess, would depend on person's preference, because I would say they're clunky. I mean, in ways, like, the physics are definitely way better in, like, the original than the Insane Trilogy, to a degree. Gosh dang it, the little bastard just disappeared. The little lizard. Because there is a trick you can do to just kill it. I'm gonna try that today. Great!
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press and hold.
Alright. Get that lizard. Excellent. Wow. You're so funny. You know that, you lizard? Yeah. Alright, there's a double jump trick someone can do, but I could never do it. That's more of a speedrun strat. Alright, let's kill this lizard. There we go. Then we should get one of those orbs, which is like one of the main collectibles of Spyro 2. At first it's a talisman, but to face Ripto, you need a specific amount. And then of course there's Dragon Shores. Which is basically like post-game like content. It's like little activities you can do. You get a super flame for whenever you start a new save file. My personal favorite when it comes to like the like end game content would probably be Year the Dragon, just because it's like with Dragon Shores, but you get much better activities to do. Like you get the skateboarding, you get submarine stuff, you get to glide around, and of course you get to face the main.
You saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Get to fight the final boss again. But I think you fight on a UFO, so it's a little bit more different. Alrighty. Let's go get the other orb, since we're around. Alrighty. There we go.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
Well, thank you. I'll take that orb. Alright, that's what we can do for now, since we need the ability to climb ladders for the other orb in here. And plus, there's where the other gems are. Excellent. I could have sworn you could jump on there. Or it's this one, probably. Never mind. And let's talk to this guy.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of glimmer as a sign of our gratitude. This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
The most annoying thing when playing, like, because I played a bit of the prototypes for Ripto's Rage, most of the music wasn't even in the game. Half the time you would just get this music. It playing every level. That just would get old after a while. That's good though. That we gotta have this.
Oh no! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
I, got a little lost.
Spyro's going to help us collect the talismans.
I am?
Yes.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talisman? If you come across any orbs, they're important too, but I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Yeah, good old Spyro. Just sassy humor. I always like those kind of characters, no matter what. If you're sassy, you have me sold. And of course, that being the legendary Tom Kenny. Voice of the SpongeBob. There we go. Additional butterfly. Just be on the safe side.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you go to.
Why yes, Laura. We shall do that, aka Best Girl. Better than Bianca. Hey, what up, Yoshi? Yeah, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. If you need instruction, check out the instruction book. Indeed. That's what you gotta do. Pull out the instruction book. Loved Tom Kenny voicing the new Spyro. Yeah, Tom Kenny did a good job with Reignited. He did a good job. It's cool to see he came back after how many years? Because the last Spyro game he ever did voice acting previously was Enter the Dumpster Fire. Which I'm pretty sure most people know that game's reputation, being the Sonic 06 of the Spyro series. Yeah, he voiced Spyro before. He did Spyro 2 and Year of the Dragon. And he also did Enter the Dumpster Fire. That was the last time he ever did anything Spyro related until Reignited. They had a different voice actor for the first one. Since it makes sense, since he was a young dragon, so it makes sense why you would want to change the voice actor. Make it consistent. Yeah. Yeah, this is Tommy. Do you not hear him? I want to say he also did the NPCs in Hurricos, but I could be wrong. I just know that for Reignited. Hey, you doing alright? Didn't sleep well, though? Oof. Hopefully tonight you get some better rest. I'm just glad I was able to stream today. I just need to play some Spyro after what took longer than should
Hi, Spyro.
have.
You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press X and hold it down to get more hang time.
Filling out that application should not have taken that long, but it is what it is, I guess.
Okay, Not bad. Now, to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press X to jump, then press X again at the top of your jump to get the maximum glide distance.
I can tell. It don't sound like him. Guess it's because he's younger than this one. Yeah, definitely could be.
Nice job. Now try to do a hover. Press X to jump, then press X again to glide. Then when you reach the end of your glide, press triangle to hover. Hovering will give you extra height and distance.
That's fair. I think I had a different voice actor with the third one.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the D-pad or analog stick.
Uh-huh. Hunter, I played this game how many times? I think I know how to hover.
Wow, you're a pretty good athlete.
Indeed, I'm a pretty good athlete. Now just let me get my orb. Let's see. Which world first? I'll do this. Well, yes. Camera, sparks, stuff, blah blah. Alright, let's do Colossus first, since the other world over there, Isle Springs, we need the swimming ability. And yes, there is an option to use cheat codes for this, so you can pretty much just get the abilities, but unlike some people, I actually like to backtrack in my video games. God. It's always one of the most annoying things. I can never stand people not liking backtracking in games. It's so annoying. It's like the opinion, like some opinions out there, like everything should be action-based, or nothing should be turn-based. Like it was like RPGs. Or even that one opinion people have, like everything should be open world. It's like, no, everything should not be open world. Every series has a purpose of its level design choices. Like, I can never see something like Uncharted be open world, because games like that are suited for something to be linear. And like Crash Bandicoot, Crash games are designed to be 2D. To be like a corridor platformer. He can't do open world 3D games. And the two times they tried it, both were meh. Especially Mario Mutant. That game is trash.
By shutting all the doors. If you talk to the other brothers, they will open the gates and guide you to him.
People saying like, "Oh, Donkey Kong should be open world." It's like, no. Even then, I don't want a like open world Donkey Kong game after that. Whatchamacallit, that very bland, overrated game called Mario Odyssey. It's like, don't change a series just for the sake of change.
By concentrating, I should be able to open this door for you.
If a series wants to evolve, if there's at a point, sure, go ahead and do that, but you shouldn't force change just for the sake of change. I mean, why else do you think people hated, like, Battle for Neighborville so much? We're playing that level in Spyro 2 demo in C tier. Oh, that's right, I forget there's demo things with those games. I almost forgot about that. Colossus. Yes, Sparks is judging at the moment, Yoshi. That's why he zoomed in on the screen. Oh, so is Spyro. He be judging you for that joke. And I like the concept of insane. I mean, it's fine. It's not the quarter gameplay, but still, a pure open world Crash game. No, I don't want a pure like open world one because. Like a big example, Final Fantasy 15, I've never played, but that's like majority of people hated, because the game felt too open and just very boring to explore and stuff. As well the combat, from what I hear.
Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this?
64 was open one? Oh, Donkey Kong 64? I mean, DK 64 was fine for what it was trying to do. As far as like a 3D Donkey Kong game goes.
Like those.
Funny enough, that was actually my first Donkey Kong game. So, like, to an extent I liked it, but I'd much rather play at least the Donkey Kong Country games. I guess that opinion can also... Like, there's a series I really like, the Darksiders games. Now, of course, those games are usually different, but that's by choice, because every game feels different from one another. Killed Penta. Good job. Well, I gotta kill Penta, because he's Penguin Ye 1. I'm just doing my job. I gotta kill the penguin. And as well, Penta Penguin also has a very obsession with Fall Guys.
Hey, look.
And he's had some very colorful things. That reminds me, I gotta pre-register for like Fall Guys thing. Because they give you some like free kudos and some skins.
Remember Hunters?
It's gonna be fun getting back into Fall Guys. I usually like to play a game once in a while. But it's cool to see it's like going free to play and stuff. I'm gonna get my friend People Crash to try to get into it. Because after all, it'll be free to play, so there you go. Wouldn't pay for Fall Guys. I mean, I did because it's $20. For me, it was worth it. Hey, what's up, Scarecrow? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. And plus now, they have enough variety to justify it. But that's just me. $20 like not bad. Exactly! And plus, you spend like a lot of hours playing with your friends. The game never gets old to begin with. So, I mean, there you go. But, yeah, it's fair. People have different perspectives of what... of prices and stuff. Good yourself? I'm doing okay. I'm just now chilling out to some Spyro after filling out some stuff for work. You say this and you pay for Rocket League. Oh yes, another game that got by Epic and went free to play. I also bought Rocket League for Switch. And then I realized how trash I was at the game. Gosh, dang it, Rocket League. Fun game, but I'm just bad at it. Target Master? Yeah, I mean, as well, I'm not like the biggest fan of like soccer or football, so. but I like the concept of it, because, like, I mean, you're basically playing soccer with little RC cars, so, I mean, there's that. Oh yeah, another game I even bought when it was like, you can actually pay for it. CSGO. I paid actual money for that game. Years later, I see it's free to play. I'm like, gosh dang it. I really got that because some friends of mine, when I used to play Gary's Mod a lot more, they were into it. I tried it, not for me. I will stick to my Doom. I will stick to my Half-Life. I'll stick to BioShock. I mean, I just like play Team Fortress 2. That's a better shooter. You do you. You, I do, me, but I won't be, we don't do each other, but not unless you buy me dinner first. Oh, I didn't catch that at first, like, it's like you do you, but there you go. Same, never gone to football? Okay. It's weird, I thought most Europeans were into, like, football, but then I found out also tech isn't into, like, football either, so... It's interesting. Even with all the bots. Well, with Team Fortress 2. Yeah, I'd probably not. I would. Just because, I don't know. CSGO just feels more like, in ways like, Rainbow Six Siege, which is another shooter I just suck at in general. So, there's also that. Plus, the physics just don't feel as good as something like Team Fortress 2. And then you have, like, the surfing thing, just... nah. I'm good. You know, most are, but you find gamers here aren't into football. Oh, he was? Okay. Must be a different voice actor in this then.
Ah, Spyro, welcome! We have found that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like to join in a match against our goalkeeper?
Ah yes, we'll do it. Ah yes, hockey, another sport I'm not into. If I had to watch a sport, I'd probably just watch baseball or American football once in a while. Or UFC. Basically any, like, MMA. At one point I did watch, like, amateur wrestling. I think it was part of, like, a senior project. I must admit, some of the characters look better on PS1. Yeah, it's always gonna be like, because it's like a different art style. And of course, using like a different engine, so there's gonna be like some translations to like retro to like modern technology. There's gonna be some things that don't translate that well. So, it's always gonna be like a little mixed bag. That's me with some character designs in... at least You're the Dragon with Reignited. And some that just felt random, like with Badlands. Like there's that dragon that looks like a cat. Apparently that was the name of it, which I never knew that was a thing, because it always looked like a dragon. Where it's been? That's a good question, but Yoshi, what if Crash Bandicoot did that? You mean most of them were good? Yeah, most of them were good within Reignited. So there's like some I like, some I feel like could be better, but at the end of the day, it depends on like the person's taste. Those kids were weird in the remake. Yeah. Hansel and Gretel. Ha, Spyro? My brother got kidnapped by these thieves. Could you help him? Still same, it's dirty. Don't eat it. Okay, I'll eat something. I'll go eat that puck. Yoshi. Kappa. I'll do that right now. Nah, I won't. That's too gross.
Have this. Would you like to try a game of one-on-one?
Game of 1-on-1? Sure, might as well since we need the orb. You don't like that gulp sound. Most of the human characters looked weird, actually. You get some weird pictures in your head. It's okay, Yoshi. Just when in trouble, just picture Spyro Subway. When you're having troubles with looking things into your mind, just think of Spyro Subway. What the hell just happened? I gotta go full-on try-hard mode for this. Because this enemy's just being a cunt. Gosh dang it. Okay, maybe Gizmo's right. I have been saying that word a lot more than I normally have. Especially Crash Bash. Never mind, you like thinking about Spyro 4 more? Oof. I will always thank those random people at the Spyro Twitter replying. Random things about Spyro Subway. I gotta thank those people because I've never known that something disgusting like that. Then again, I do know the thing called Mr. Hands. If you're curious, do not look it up. Do not look up what Mr. Why am I losing? What the hell am I losing? Ever heard you say the C-bomb before? It's rare. It's like if I'm like really annoyed. So, especially during Crash Bash. Ugh, that was annoying. Some of those mini games. The Dash one. And then there's the one with Ripto when you do the Crystal Challenge. Stop it. Oh, the Mr. Hands thing? So tame now? Lol. Why can't I just grab the puck? Crash Bad's a cunt, though. Exactly. Well, more so with the RNG. Problem or disappointing aspects of it was just like the final like boss thing with Boxside, because it felt too short. Although I feel like that was fine given like how annoying that minigame can be. The fact you're doing the pinballs and you have like the red ones. I'd say it's better playing it when it comes to like play with a friend. When it comes like the adventure mode. If you're doing it by yourself, it gets very old quick. Sure, it's a blessing. It kind of depends, like, the shorts. I'd say something like for that boss fight. Yes, that definitely was, in a way. Yeah, Spyro 4 is so much tame now. Lol. Speaking of Ripto, you saw some feet pics of him. You did not like it at all. Oh boy. Did you look at the Rule 34 website, Yoshi? Is that where you get your kicks? Is that where you look stuff up? When will you embrace the furriness, Yoshi? Become a furry. Have you seen Sonic without his shoes? I don't think so, but I've seen Kirby without his shoes, and that was just cursed. Why you gotta have Kirby without his feet, without his shoes? That's just cursed. Sega, you should make breakable shoes be a thing in Sonic Frontier. That should be a thing. Breakable shoes, just like the breakable weapons in Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah, they're finally showing gameplay of that game next month. Hopefully, it turned out to be a good Sonic game. Oh yeah, speaking of Sonic, did you see that they actually brought back the original live-action Sonic model for that Chip and Dale movie? Even then, that movie was just garbage. Why do I gotta see Peter Pan as an adult? Why did I need to see that as a thing? I've seen it? Nah! I've only seen, like, bits and pieces of it for YouTube. And then, like, clips of, like, what they did to Peter Pan.
Too tough for you.
How'd I lose that? They must have made it easier in Reignited. Because Reignite, you just pretty much whatchamacallit? You just trick the AI. There we go. And then what they did to, like, Flounder. So cursed. Now you don't want to see Sonic's feet? Too bad, Yoshi. You're gonna see the feet. Maybe Naviru will like it. Maybe. Ugly Sonic. You seen it? He looks like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Lol. Does he? Now that is a show I haven't really watched, so I can't really say. I think I maybe seen like a few clips of it randomly when I was like there was nothing on TV on Adult Swim, just because why not? It was like a fun movie. Yeah, I mean if you compare it to something like Who Framed Robert the Rabbit, the movie's a bit mediocre at best from the looks of it. So, I mean, it's on Disney Plus. I mean, if you have it, there you go. Peter is the bad guy, indeed. Hey, Lois! I'm gonna make Peter Pan look bad in this movie. Lois? Lois? We're always gonna make Peter Pan look like the bad guy. Farlock is in it. You know that fry guy that looks like Aku Aku. He is? Oh, right, the bearded one. And then there's the... Is it a soda or is it a milkshake? The other one. Because I know there's a hamburger. Have you played any Spyro games that they're free? Yes. I played Enter the Dumpster Fire. I played Hero's Tale. I played Season of Flame. Attack on Rhinox, or whatever the heck that one was on the Game Boy Advance. Shadow Legacy, I've played the first two Legends of games. Played more of the first one, but I got bored of it afterwards. And then I've also played the second one, which I didn't play much because I thought it was just boring. Combat-wise, Legend, nah. if I want to play something that's like a hack and slash, I would just play Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, because at least those games have combat that doesn't get old after a while. And plus, like, I didn't like that game just because, as well, the fact you breathe fire, it requires a mana gauge. The film would be better if Peter Griffin was the villain. Heroes Tales is great. Heroes Tales is decent. Like, I didn't like it as much because it feels like Jak and Daxter. Gameplay's okay at best. Like, I didn't mind the Double Jump edition because, for something like Spyro, that feels like a fine edition. The one thing that makes me stop from wanting to play it whenever I boot it up on, like, Dolphin or the recent Xbox version I acquired, it's just more so because, like, the writing for it, it's just too childish for me. Like, Spyro's for kids, but Heroes Tale feels like it was, like, very childish. Like, very younger demographic. And some of the jokes are just so cringe. It's like, when the Elder Dragon just pauses for the joke, it's like, okay, can we just move along? Dolphin, you need a freaking fast forward option, because I hate that, those jokes. But I like that you don't need to play as other characters besides Hunter. Yeah, I mean, that's a fine aspect of it. I say Hunter was like the one outside of like any of the other playable characters. He was like probably the only one that was actually fun to play as. Unpopular opinion, I actually like the Blink levels. But I don't know. I'd say like overall, Heroes Tale is decent at best. And then there's like the Sparks part that just feels like Star Fox. Odd choice. And I will say, probably Sergeant Bird actually made the flight levels actually a bit more difficult. Since flight levels in Spyro games are never really difficult to begin. Wait, do I actually have to redo this stupid thing?
Did I tell you I played?
I have to do it again. Gosh dang it. I don't know why I did that, but the more you know. There we go. Well, I say more so with the Sergeant Bird thing, more like the second time around where you have to get like the gem. Since I believe the first time you play it, you just get the dragon egg, which even then I feel like that is such a useless like reason to like, go for like the full percentage. Like, oh, you get to play as Ember and Flame. Flame, who's basically just Spyro but red. And it's like they're just reskins. They offer nothing different. Yeah. It's like, and then of course there's like Ember. It's just basically Amy, Rose. Or just cosmetics. Yeah, but it's like it's a collectible. It's like no reason to go for it since it just gives you like a very useless reward. I also don't like what they did with like Moneybags and Bentley. Oh my god, they ruined him. Just made him so dumb. That's what you're saying? Yeah, but... It's all cosmetics. I don't know. If I want to play Spyro, I just would just play, like, the originals. And Reignited. Yes, I'm like one of those people. Now I'm gonna have to play those other games. Seeds of Flame I'm probably the more interested going back to, since I never finished it, but I played it on the Retron 5, which lets you play Game Boy Advance games, along with other retro games. It's like, whatchamacallit. It's like, I didn't think it's like as bad as I remember as a kid. It's like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. It's like, I didn't like it as a kid, but nowadays it seems like a fine game. It's for like Spyro on handheld. Seeds of Ice, I hear it's way worse. You know, Yoshi, you're funny. Nah, I'm good. I played a game once. I will never play that game again. Not gonna lie, I found like it's so boring. Yeah, like any modern platformer, I'd probably find that to be the most bland of any. It's like nothing about Lucky's Tale felt that memorable. Except for maybe like the beach hub world, but that's about it. Sorry. Yoshi, I know at this point you're just trolling. Galaxy, I wouldn't know since I haven't played the game yet. I did buy it though off Steam. So, I'm looking forward to playing the KO once I get through some more games.
Too tough for you, eh?
Besides, if it was bland, it's not as bland as Mario. Or Sonic Colors. But that's just me. I'd highly disagree, Scarecrow, but that, once again, that's just me. I have a friend of mine, he even agrees with me on Odyssey. It's very bland. The Mario 2D ones, maybe, yeah. Okay, yeah. The new, like, the 2D platformer ones, I can agree with you on that. But I don't know, like, you know, I just don't care about Mario, so. I was even surprised, like a friend of mine, he agrees with my opinion that Odyssey is overrated, and he even said it's bland. He likes Galaxy, though. But as for me, I rather play something that actually feels memorable. Not the bland Italian plumber that's piss easy. I never fall out with someone who has a different opinion. Okay, that's good to know. Because I had a fallout with, like, I think it was like last year I had fall with someone just because I always kept on shitting on Pokemon or anything they liked, which, stuff like Last of Us, which, you already know my opinion, I consider that game overrated. Galaxy's the best. There's that. Everyone's different. True. Everyone has, like, different tastes. And that's fair, Crow, if you're gonna wait for a sale. It's all good. Everyone has their price points and stuff. You'll found what you... someone you wouldn't know. It's just like a friend I found, someone I threw from a different community. Some girl who really likes Crash Bandicoot. who ironically hates Crash Bandicoot, the person I fell out with. And she even was going for, like, the achievements. Like, if you hate Crash Bandicoot, why are you going for the achievements? It makes no sense. Achievement hunters are weird. Crash is better than Mario. There you go. Yoshi's one of those rare people. He's a Yoshi, but he doesn't like, but he'll argue with Nintendo fans. To each their own. Yeah, exactly. To each of their own. When it comes to, like, what they like. Gosh dang, why am I failing when it comes to, like, the pucks? Alright. The air in this is being such a tryout. There we go. Got the puck. Oh, I missed the shot! Most are Nintendo fans, to be honest. I mean, I like some things they make, just not everything. Oh, speaking of which, did you check out that video I posted in the game publishing channel, Scarecrow? Because I know you like that one Wario game. You might like the game I posted in there. That Anton Blast game. Fan of Zelda. I mean, I'm not either. I've tried Zelda, just couldn't click with me. I mean, if I want to play Zelda, I would just play Darksiders. Or Okami. I even have that game Tunic, which I've been wanting to play for a while. That game, I've played a demo of it. It's way harder than Zelda. It's like, if you took top-down Zelda and made, like, Dark Souls, there you go.
If you stare at it long enough, you might not see anything.
So, looks cool. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I've tried the demo for it since it's on, itch.io. It's pretty fun. It has, like, a lot of inspiration with Crash Bandicoot, the Wario Land 4, some things with Metroid, some things with Sonic. Definitely feel that vibe for it. Especially with the hammer move, which reminds me a lot of the screw attack from Metroid. And then, of course, you have the whole, that move Amy can do with her hammer in Sonic Adventure 1. Zelda's over with. I mean, not wrong, Yoshi. Over there. Don't call yourself a fan, you like some Nintendo games. Yeah, I'm in the same boat like Yoshi. Like, if there's something they have that interests me, I'll get it. But if there's something like, I don't know, Mario or Kirby or Zelda, and of course Poke Trash, I just won't bother to pick it up just because something like that just, I don't know, it depends on the person's, like, tastes. Reminds me, at some point I gotta get back into the Animal Crossings. It's cool that Wario Land games have become a genre now. Indeed, it's pretty cool to see something like that. There was that one called Pizza Tower. I've heard of it, but I haven't played, but it looked interesting. So you're not a fan of the company, but you like the games pretty much. Especially like when it comes to Nintendo, some of their business practices I'm not the biggest fan of. Like even some of their like Wii U ports, they shouldn't be $60. But it's Nintendo, they'll do it anyway. I think we talked about this one time during Crash Bash, like, the Mario Party game, of course. I'm not the biggest Mario person, but I do like me some Mario Party, so I probably would have gotten it if it was on, like, $30. My friend, he also has that opinion as well. It's like, Superstars should definitely not have been $60. Most you get Mario games. Ah, fair enough. Ports should not cost $60. They should be at least like 15-ish. Yeah, exactly. They should not be like the $60. They should be up that price. I mean, hell, Sony's not even that way. They released Uncharted 4 with the DLC for like $40. So it's like that. It should be something like that. I do love Star Fox and F-Zero. Those are series I need to get into. Because the only Star Fox game well, the only ones I played were, I want to say Star Fox Adventures, Assault, and Star Fox Zero, or whatever it was called on the Wii U. I liked it. Graphically, it looked very impressive because it was made by Platinum, the same people that make Bayonetta and Astral Chain. But I hated the controls. They were so bad. It's like, why do I have to look at the camera?
Oh, thank
It's
goodness
so
you scared that
annoying.
evil spirit away. But now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would chase it away for good.
You like some as well, but you gotta be honest, Mario's kind of losing it for me now. Like what? Is it like the level design or something, Yoshi? You're starting to like Kirby more. Ah, that's fair. What up, Gizmo? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, Gizmo, what did you DM me before? Because I got a notification, but I didn't see anything. We're able to fix your computer, my guy. We're able to do that. Or I feel like that's probably what you deleted. Play 64, it's really fun. I do have heard a lot of good things about the Star Fox game on 64, so I'll probably check that out. I also do have the original Star Fox and the second one, because I do have the SNES memory. What was it? The SNES Mini they released that one year. So I'll probably check those out as well. F-Zero I definitely do like, because I played a bit of the one that came out for the GameCube, and I played a lot of the SNES one. It's a pretty good game from Nintendo. Why they won't release a new one is surprising. I mean, hell, you have things that feel... I mean, you have that stuff like Red Out, so I don't get why they don't, like, make a new F-Zero. The Star Fox games on Switch Online feel laggy to you. I mean, it is Nintendo, so there's that. I'll probably check it out on Project 64 then. Oh, Yoshi, you'll love Conker's Bad Fur Day. Some aspects are a little bit clunky, especially the camera at times, but it is definitely worth playing. The humor is really good. And of course, you got the Great Mighty Pooh. Me. I still love the fact there was a boss in Mario Plus Rabbids that had something else like the Great Mighty Pooh. I imagine like most millennials or people that never played Conquer would know the reference to that. It was the one that was an opera. It's a fun one. Good luck with the caveman race. Oh, is the caveman race hard? I imagine they're better with like the rare replay. Which, props to Microsoft for giving us that version. I've not played the remake / remaster for the original Xbox, but it looked not that great compared to the original. I imagine the camera and controls are better. When it came to like the graphics though,
Well done, Spyro.
some things just didn't look
Scared
that
the evil
good.
Spirit away. Why don't you take this? I borrowed it from the temple. They don't need it.
Yeah, especially if they did the Great Mighty Pooh. He looks like chocolate pudding. Live and Reload's your favorite version? Yeah, fair enough. The multiplayer looked a bit better compared to like the multiplayer games they had on like the original. I mean, I don't like it really just because like the censoring. And like some of the model changes is all. Everything else probably seems better compared to like the N64 version. You also don't remember? Ah. Do people not know the grass worm will just make you have the status? Well, I gotta do that real quick. I got to DM the person that DM'd me the word grass. That's what happens when you DM the word grass. It use Xbox Live. You want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day? The only way you'd be able to play Yoshi if you had an Xbox, because Rare Replay, or you just have to emulate the game. So, pretty much like your only options. Probably Rare Replay is the easiest way. Yeah, plus like it's the cheaper way if you want to play like on actual hardware. Also avoid malware and viruses and stuff like that when trying to locate the ROM.
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
Yeah, it's so weird the fact they haven't released the game on PC yet. That's pretty much like the only thing like from Xbox One they haven't. I do like the companies are finally embracing, like, especially PlayStation. In fact, they're bringing their stuff to PCs, which is nice for somebody that probably would never get a PlayStation just to play something like Horizon Zero Dawn or the new God of War. So, stuff like that is pretty nice, so. Some of the older Forzas, too. Did they, delist the older, Forzas? Because I heard they did that with Motorsport 7, at least on Game Pass. Because I think you just need a physical copy of it, and there you go. Which reminds me, I need to play Forza 5. I loved when I played a Forza Horizon 4. That was pretty fun. I also really like the different seasons mechanic. And also the LEGO DLC. That stuff was... When I saw that E3, That was just like the most epic and funniest thing they had. Motorsport is good, but quite repetitive. Yeah, I mean, given like Motorsport's more like simulated racing game, kind of like Gran Turismo. So, there's that. Definitely my racing games, I always prefer the arcadey ones. But the simulated ones feel fun if you're not into like arcadey experiences. Ooh, Gran Turismo. I still like the fact they put the microtransactions at least with like something like CTR. It's fine because the game was purely cosmetic anyway, but with something like Gran Turismo, you're basically just paying for like actual cars with the microtransactions. That's a whole nother can of worms. At that point, it's just basically paid to win. Need for Speed Drift was like that too. Oh, the Need for Speed games are arcadey. Ah, that's good to know. Oh, I think someone recommended those games. I think it was Vincent, from a friend of ours from a different community. You still haven't gotten the Platinum Relics in Adventure Mode? In Crash Bash, Yoshi? Are you ever gonna do that? When you get the Platinum Relics, Yoshi? Well, CGI cars yet, but yeah, but they were cosmetic. They wasn't paid to win. CTR, when it came to it, is just like the engines, which you can get automatically. And something like Gran Turismo, I imagine it's not like that. Every car has different, like, stats and stuff, so... there you go. Oh, CTR, that's what you meant. You're not Touch Bash. Really? Not even if we did the multiplayer stuff, Yoshi? On Parsec? But, fair enough.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for, a small fee?
Need for Speed Drift is a simulator type game? Oh, okay. I thought it was more like arcadey. Ah, that's good to know though. It's more like a simulator type game. I'm trying to remember, because I think I played one of the Gran Turismo games, because we were at a friend's house once, and her dad had a lot of games. Whatchamacallit? He had like Tekken 5. He had Pac-Man World 3. And also, I want to say he also had Pac-Man Fever or Forever. That game that's like Mario Party in a way. Hello, General Kenobi. Nick, even if you pay me to join you in a Crash Bash stream, you wouldn't do it. I have to make a very convincing offer, though. I can find a way to persuade you, Yoshi. Somehow, someway. I watched Obi-Wan. Oh, the new Disney Plus series? Not yet, because I don't have Disney Plus at the moment. But I probably will once I get the subscription for it. I also want to watch DuckTales, since Yoshi always recommends that show. And some other stuff like Owl House and that one like Disney original cartoon that recently ended. Something like Amphibians. Hey, what's up, Tech? Why's he got the hammer? Should I be concerned? Oh, because the idle springs. That's why he's got the hammer. But how's it going, Tech? Hope your night's going well. I assume it's nighttime since it's late over there, I imagine. Yep, the frog? Okay, because I remember something with, like, amphibians. Obi-Wan is good so far. Oh, that's good to hear. I imagine it would be good since Disney Plus definitely has, like, the better quality when it comes to, like, Star Wars, from what I hear. Tech's in a fighting mood. I mean, he also seemed like in a very lewd mood. Because I've seen the art channel. Some of those drawings with the Nitro Squad.
I've been locked in here
They
with
do
all
look
our
a bit,
tools, and the giant idleheads won't let the
they look a
workers
bit
in unless we can solve the
frenzy
3 puzzles
mood.
they've given us.
But those were some pretty cool drawings.
The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
Wait, what? Oh, Tech was doing some drawings with the Nitro Squad. Members like Isabel, Liz, Amy. Megumi. Wanna throw hands, lad? Didn't know you allowed lewds. Yeah, I mean, not like porn. Like, that's the big no-no when it comes like that. Yeah. What do you mean, Yoshi? This ain't a family-friendly place. We can swear, we can do stuff.
Wow, Spyro, you did it! I mean, I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
Figured out Lude win. That's a good question. That's a good question. Dingodile Ludes win. Wait. What happened to the Isabel? What happened to those? Oh, they're in memes. That first like one with Isabel, and then Liz looks very smug. Actually, Clary wasn't here for the Crash Bass stream with. I hope things were okay. I hope your chat wasn't too like trying to figure the term, like a bit weirded out with the lewdness. I do know some people in that community are very family friendly, Gizmo.
Oh, my swirls!
Did it actually go through? What's up, Howling? We're just talking about you. The perfect timing. Oh, I don't think I've added that, so I'll do that real quick. Sound effects. There we go. Did that sound actually go through with the chat? There you go, put it back there. Just 'cause why not? Gizmo thinks... Gizmo thinks you have a good voice for streaming, and is being too nice to me. You don't deserve that. I mean, Yoshi, just try it one day and see what it's like. If it's something you like, there you go. You should try streaming. I would say if you have, like... If you ever try to get into streaming, just try it for one day and see how you feel, if it's something for you. Not paying people who were watching your stream that day to begin with. Why be family friendly when you can talk about how badly you want Crunch, Tiny, Dingodile, to fuck the absolute shit out of you and make you their cum dump. That is true. But, I can see why some people want to be family friendly. In a way. Would I be? Probably not. I could never do something like that. I'm not that innocent. But they want to do, like, less swearing. I can kind of see that. But if you're family friendly, it just seems like you can't be fun. Like, you can't have fun. You're not allowed to do funny stuff or actually be yourself. So... Exactly. Oh, it did? Okay, that's good. Sounds like Callan will get a lot of sponsors. Indeed. Oi, mates! I'm gonna fuck the shit out of yous! You would swear a lot? Ah. Where is... Oh, there he is. Alright, monkey. Gotta get gagged with Crunch's strap. But Gizmo, were you able to get your PC fixed, or you still having those issues? Tech, get your move. The little derpy crash emotes. That's some quality derpness right there. You don't deserve your kindness. Why not, Yoshi? You're very nice. You deserve the kindness. You haven't tried out the game after you deleted the mod. You went to sleep. Ah, that's fair. The Megumi. I feel like I've seen that streamer somewhere. Those emotes do look familiar. I think I mostly saw them whenever I watched the Twitch streamer Brain the King. There'd be a lot of people that would usually use those emotes whenever did Crash Bandicoot.
He's hungry and won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
It's Spy. Oh, the guy usually speedrun Crash Bash? Because I remember he usually played that game. You'll try it soonish. You might just finish out the game for the hell of it. Ah. It's time to duel. Gotta summon out the Exodia. I bought some strawberry haichus from the American aisle today at the supermarket. Oh, nice. They taste nice. Oh, that's good. Good to hear they taste nice. Oh, so you guys have that type of aisle in supermarkets. Yeah, it's cool. We have that kind of thing in supermarkets as well. Pent is higher than the Nitro Squad. I mean, Yoshi, that's not a competition, though. Oh, the Orb Challenge. He swallowed. Oh my. Feed Hunter to the Tiki Idol. Sounds hot. You've activated my trap card. When someone says, you suck, respond, and you swallowed. Let's see, I don't think you're supposed to do the red fish. Ah, nice try, game. You're not gonna get me with this. There we go. No. Okay, at least I didn't release all the fish. Shoot, I missed. Red. Blue. Red. Blue. Red. Damn it. Why are you not going into the mouth? It's like a glitch or something? Okay, it's not a glitch. Then why will the damn fish go into the mouth? Oh. Unless it's just off or something. Alright. There we go. In the mouth. I'm in super concentration mode. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Okay, Spyro, just one more puzzle to go. I'll meet you over by the college stones for your final challenge.
Hey, what's up, Ravens fan? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Nah, I won't feed Spyro to the Tiki. I mean, we could feed Hunter, or I could feed Gymnastic and Noric. Dingodile Anivore. Subtle. Oi, get me in the ass. In the mouth. That's what he said. Well. Going okay, how about you? I'm going alright as well. I filled out some paperwork related to the job, so now I'm just chilling out to some good old Spyro. Alright, so last one should be the memory challenge. Oh, you like the Obi-Wan tech? That's pretty cool. I still need to check out that show. You're like good things about that one. Just like the Mandalorian, so.
If you jump on these stones in the...
Let's see. The order should be... This one I always get mixed up on. Okay, it's not that one.
If you jump...
I always forget if it was like the one with the moon over there. That would be this one.
Nice job, Spyro. You're pretty smart for a drag.
Indeed, we'd be pretty smart. Now give me that orb. It's a fun show, especially if you like the prequels. Oh yeah, I definitely like the prequels. More so the third one. I'd have to rewatch the first two to see if I actually... I think I watched maybe more of the first and third one than I ever did the second one. Because I only probably remember from like the second one, when it comes like the prequels, was mostly the Coliseum fight with those creatures. And of course, Jedi losing an arm, of course. You know, someone who's simping Cinder? Lol. You mean the only good thing about the Legend of Spyro series? Hey, what's up, demon? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The green guy sounds like Gilbert Godfrey. He does? Interesting. Let's see your views.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. For the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
I hate them and just men, but the women and children too. Oh boy. Sounds like you have quite the appetite right there, Yoshi. Are you sure you're Yoshi and you're not a Kirby? Are you sure you're not Kirby, Yoshi? Then again, you have like the Puyo Puyo at the end, so you could be also a Kirby. Spyro, why are we sounding the same? That's a good question. Actually, you know that monkey will be working for Jafar. I shall devour your soul. I mean, you could try. Dingodile Point is pretty good. Seen some good Crash and Dingodile 4 animations. Oh my. There we go. Oi, Crash, get in my belly! When this turned to Austin Powers. And then Crash will be played by Mini-Me. I think that would sound very Scottish. Okay, but Spyro 4 is good too. Well. You make me want to play Spyro 2 for the 1000th time? Ooh, that'd be cool. To see some good old Spyro. Oh yeah, Tech, did you see, with PlayStation's Game Pass thing, they're adding the first Ape Escape to, PS4 and PS5? Pretty cool they're doing that. Surprised they're not doing any of the other Ape Escape games. Even the third one. But I mean, then again, with like PS5, it probably rough since Ape Escape 2 kind of like a whatchamacallit, technical issues. But nonetheless, that's pretty cool. They're doing something with Ape Escape, even if it's just like a port for it. Although they're doing the PAL version again for some reason. It's like, why don't you just do, like, the Universal thing, but yeah, that's fine. It'd be weird to hear, like, Ash catch him in, like, something that's not Pokemon. Because yes, Yoshi, fun fact, the Ape is, I want to say for the first one, the person that does the voice for Ash, is the voice actor for the, first Ape Escape.
Look at that. The hula girl's rain dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
You saw, but they botched the emulation again. They tried fixing it, and now has ghosting artifacts. Oof. Damn it, why can't these companies just make a competent, like, port? Damn it, Sony. SMH. Apparently a Toy Story 2 game for the PS1 has been seen listed on Asian PS Store 2. That's weird. It's like the PS3 all over again. Like how one region had Crash Bash, but the West didn't have it in the PSN store. That's weird. There are probably people out there who will like Dingodile. Like you, Yoshi. I mean, I also like Dingodile as well, but in the Vor or Rule 34 kind of way, probably not. That's I don't float that boat. Sent you the good stuff on Discord DMs. Surprised the bot didn't pick it up on. Oh. 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 Gizmo, it's fine. It doesn't actually lead to somewhere. So, yeah, it's fine. Ass Ketchum. Ass Ketchum. That's funny. You always call him. You mean you really, really like him? Ah. Toy Story 2 is free on abandonware? Okay. It's good to know. I think that's also where you can get that Bionicle game that came out for PS2. Might buy it just because you need more escape in your life. That's fair. You should show Yoshi what sent you if he likes thinking it out that much. I'll probably show it to him after this. After stream. If I recall, as well, like they shown, there was like some tweet on Twitter that was showing like prices of those games that are gonna be on part of PlayStation's Game Pass as well. So it's quite good. Oh yeah, definitely is. I remember playing a lot as a kid. That Bionicle game. That's like one franchise I wish LEGO would bring back. It's like, it's your bread and butter. It's like what you made you LEGO to begin with. Okay, I'll show him after this. I'll show it right now. Let's see, copy. There's this one. And there's a link, but I didn't check it out. So, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I trust Alan because he's a good friend. So, I trust my good friend. I think it's a video or something. So, there you go. Oh. Okay, it is. They butcher if they come back again. True, given like that's common amongst most companies when they bring back an IP. Because I think they tried to bring it back once, and that didn't work out so well. This party just needs some beer. All of them would get along. And then you guys just drink, just make a drinking game to my opinions. Oh, Scarecrow, something me and Gizmo were talking one day. Like, what's your definition when it comes to, like, something that's overrated? That's something me and him are trying to figure out, like, why you consider Psychonauts, like, overrated. When it's an IP that was originally, like, very underrated, obscure. Kind of curious, because we're trying to figure that out. If they continue the original canon, that'd be cool if they did. I feel like it would eventually come to the rest of the world too. If it's on there, it's probably be on the Game Pass or for a separate purchase. That's kind of speculation of like a separate purchase. Because there's like some tweet on Twitter that was showing like prices for something like the first Oddworld game and some other stuff that were supposedly on the PlayStation Game Pass thing. So, if they do a separate purchase, that would be good, so you don't feel pressured to subscribe to their Game Pass. Because, I mean, if you see the price, it's pretty expensive. I suppose it's different depending on what you're talking about. Okay. Because, yeah, we're just kind of confused, like, whenever you call that game overrated. Like, if I consider something overrated, like, for me, it's The Last of Us. Or the new God of War. Like, for me, those are just overrated. Last of Us because it feels more like a movie than a game. It's just following the trend at the time that was popular. The story seemed really good, though, but yeah, everything else just didn't seem that interesting. Gameplay-wise, just like everything else we've seen. Yeah, Last of Us is story over gameplay. Pretty much. Just like majority of like modern PlayStation. Like for me, like if I want to play a PlayStation exclusive, that's kind of in that territory. For me, I would just play Spider-Man. I also recently got the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection because I always said I would never play those because I always thought they would be like The Last of Us or the new God of War or like Horizon Zero Dawn. To me, they would just feel like more story-driven. They would feel more like a movie than a game. But I was surprised. To me, it kind of felt like Assassin's Creed meets Gears of War. So I mean, that's why I pretty much picked it up. And plus, Uncharted 4 was free if you have PS5. So when I played it, it was alright. It was fun. Enough for me to play it. So, there's that. Have you seen that there's going to be a LEGO Optimus Prime? Really? There's going to be a LEGO Optimus Prime? That's pretty cool. I feel like everyone who talks about Psychonauts say it's like best game ever. I mean, I'd say like in terms of like platformers, it's like one of the more creative ones. Where it feels definitely more original compared to most of them. And it felt so underwhelming. That's fair. Everyone has like different tastes when it comes to stuff. Don't underestimate my homies. Amazing graphics. Check your DMs. Oh boy. Oh my. Neat. Yo, she remind me after stream to bleach my eyes of this. Remind me to do that later. Naughty Dog always prioritize graphics over gameplay. I feel like Crash was like a good balance of like the two. Even Jack and Daxter at times. I mean, they definitely were the best when it came to like the graphics. When it comes to like PlayStation. So, try to keep a picture of everyone happy. Uncharted is similar, but it's more like modern Tomb Raider. Yeah, in ways. I'd say about Crash and Daxter, though. For the time, they're one of the few that still aged well. Same for the Spyro games. Yeah, it's great, I'll give you that. Yeah, like, for me, it's... When it comes, like... When we're talking about platformers from that generation, like... For me, I really like Psychonauts, because I find the story to be really interesting, worth getting into. And plus, with them going to mines, that's why I feel like you can get away with being very creative with its level design. And why it oozes personality. For some reason, it's always compared to Persona. It's like, I mean, you kind of can compare the two, but at the same time, not really. Since Psychonauts a platformer, Persona is just a slice of life, monster taming dungeon crawler. I feel like you might like Psychonauts, Yoshi. It might be up your alley. What's his face? That voices Invader Zim, voices the main character, Raz. Send you some like shake. Gosh dang it. Why are you people sending me this stuff? Especially when somebody walks in, they'll be questioning why you have that stuff in your DMs. Here's the Lego. Ooh, okay, looks very accurate to Optimus Prime. Ooh, it even comes like with his axe. That's pretty pog champ right there. Can we stop sending Dreadclaw porn? Okay, can we stop doing that? I mean, one day someone's gonna come into the DMs and be like, what are you doing? Why you have those? Not saying they look bad, but you mean the gameplay was great, as well as the visuals. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Tomb Raider do have that, the reboot I should try at some point, because I think I got it for free through, because I think it was free on Steam at one point. So, I think I kind of want to try that as well, just to get some experience with the Tomb Raider series. I also have that one that's a twin-stick shooter. That was made by the people that made Darksiders Genesis. You want? Nah, I'm good. Sorry, Yoshi, I'm not that person. I don't do the points. My guy. I don't do the points. Oh, that's true. I can always delete them. The gear grinders. Oh, that's right. The SpongeBob's. Tom Kenny voiced
We've always had trouble with the gear grinders, but now they've set up force fields to separate us. If you can find diodes, you can use them to turn off the force fields.
Oh, that's right. There's two of them. I think I had the first one on Steam.
I think there's a diode around here somewhere, but my eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Oh, that's right. This definitely feels like it was inspired by... Inspired by Ratchet and Clank. That's like the little robot. At times it kind of reminds me of that one plant. That's in the first Ratchet and Clank game. The one with the army. Wait, to come back later and how to get the magnet boots. Let's see, skill point. Hey, what's up, Iron Falcon? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's an old game, indeed. Yes, I think that planet, Tech. Do. Alright, what else? So you gotta go through the level. Oh, you probably could. And then there's me, like, someone who's just bad at, like, trying to remember the names of planets. Reminds me, I gotta go... I definitely want to replay Ripped Apart this year. Just see if I can get, like, a second opinion on that one. The game that was, like, the only reason I got the PS5 to begin with. Well, that and Returnal, I'd say. And then, of course, it comes to PC, so then Rift Apart's, like, the only reason. Is Returnal good? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. If you're a fan of roguelikes, it's pretty good. It can be brutal, but I mean, it's a roguelike, so there's that. At first, I thought it was gonna be like Metroid, because also it gave me some vibes of Recore from the Xbox One. But I'd say if you're into like a third-person roguelike, definitely would recommend it. The atmosphere, the music. We don't call it Returnal for nothing. And plus, they had some quality of life improvements. So if like some people didn't like it at launch, like actually have a save points and stuff like that. This was probably a part that... I remember this being a little bit butchered and reignited. Because I don't do the laugh for the animation. Or even do like the little laugh when they steal those. I probably could, since some plants usually are like reused in like the older games. Well, some of the newer ones as well. Like when Rift Apart pretty much just like does it with the like different dimensions gimmick. Especially like the pirates. And that one plant from Future Tools of Destructions. With the dinosaurs. Honestly, you prefer old retro games? Castlevania Symphony of the Night is up there in your favorites. The graphics still hold up. Yeah, I'd say like pixel art definitely holds up way more compared to like the 3D graphics. Some still have aged pretty well, but I guess it depends on like the art style, because especially like if a game uses like hyper realistic ones. Those are usually the games that age them horribly. They just look jarring years later. Or something like from the SNES era, or the Sega Genesis, or even like some more modern like retro looking games could probably still age pretty well. Free use a lot of stuff. Yeah, like even the Blackwater City Return, I thought, oh, that's cool. Then it was like a battle. Multiplayer map. It's like, you brought it back at least. Why can't we go back to and explore it? Even though I prefer, like, Gladiator. No, I know it's Deadlocked or Dreadlocked when it comes to the West, but name-wise, I prefer Gladiator. Because I don't know why, just it sounds better. Come on, Spyro. What's with this hitbox? Also, damn it, you said you don't like backtracking, but yet you like Symphony of the Night. That kind of confuses me, not gonna lie. Because, I mean, given, like, Metroidvania's, like, main, like, design choice is, like, backtracking in games. So, it's like I'm kind of scratching my head right there. It's like, I mean, it depends, like, if there's, like, a one game in that genre you like, which is understandable when it comes to, like, that. Like, I usually don't like puzzle games, but there's stuff like Ace Attorney, it's like the only one I can really get into. That's in that similar vein. Also, Professor Layton games I want to get into. Since it's the same developer that made Yokai Watch and Ni no Kuni, so yeah, I'd probably check it out. Plus, at times I'm a simp for level 5 games, so. Pixel Era, Super Metroid, Castlevania, Mega Man X4 still really hold up. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, as well, given like Super Metroid's like one of the amazing games, so. And of course, X4, but I'd say the only aspect of X4 that didn't age that well is just like the voice acting. What am I fighting for? Or but like Mega Man 8. My god, the voice acting for that was just worse. Boy. Although it's always funny hearing X, it's like, A friend of mine was disappointed they removed that in X5. It's like, that was a funny thing that they should have kept. X5. The last good Mega Man X game. Well, the ones I played at least. I still need to try 8. I'll probably avoid 7. Just because I've seen someone play it, I'm good. So the only good thing about that game was the meme of Reiner? It hurts! And it goes, burn, burn, burn to the ground! Well, yeah, but it's that's true. Like, you don't really pay for it. You play for the, like, challenging gameplay and such. But I guess they wanted to, like, make Mega Man X more somewhat have a story compared to, like, the classic Mega Man series. So, I can find it like that reason. And even then, if you want the story and stuff, just go play, like, Mega Man Battle Network. Which Capcom, you should release a collection of those games. I'd buy those. There was even that one Mega Man Battle Network game that was like the classic Mega Man games, but you still had the battle chip gimmick in it.
Thanks for getting rid of... Thanks for getting rid of the gear grinder thieves. Now all you have to do is replace all the lightning stuff.
Oh, we didn't do that? Okay. I thought I did, but alright. Oh, here's one. Yoshi's probably like, what are you guys talking about? Well, why are you talking about the Mega Mans? The Booga Mans? The only good thing about X7 is Flame Hydron memes and the music. Pretty much. Just like the Sonic series,
Spyro.
really.
I found this shiny thing mixed up with our lightning stones. Please, take it as a reward.
Well, I mean more in the sense, like, if the game's bad, you'll still have, like, the good music. In that kind of sense. You played X7 on stream? Never again. You're just chilling around at this point? Ah. Fair enough. Because I know you said you played something else like Mega Man. Was it made by that person that made the FNAF? I believe you said. And more like half asleep. No. Oh, that's right. You said you were up a bit, so that's fair too. What's a sleep schedule? Sleep schedules don't exist. That's still surprising because I thought I only made like FNAF, since FNAF is like, I imagine, easy to make. It's not like the most difficult when it comes to like programming. Never heard them? Ah. Never heard of oh, the sleep schedule. Yeah, what's a sleep schedule? I've never heard of them either. I should probably fix that too, since they're gonna make me go on certain days now with that schedule, so probably a little bit early, so I gotta try to get better with my sleep schedule. Sleep? What is a sleep schedule? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you? Spyro, your favorite is mine too as well. Sup, Raven Wizard? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Let's see, we have enough for this. You know, there's one thing I always wanted to try. I'm gonna try it. Oh shoot, I can't do it. Gosh dang it. Well, that was a nice attempt, but nope. Ah, if I could maybe get a good enough jump, I could jump over with the supercharge. Oh well. Because I could probably just do that and skip to the other side. Probably like advanced speedrunner techniques, I'd have to know. It's going well, that's good to hear. Alright, there we go. First propeller blade down. Slowed down a bit. Now this one. At times it's weird going back to like the original after playing a lot of Reignited. You just get used to the controls for those. There we go. Supercharge. Alright, let's see. One more to hit.
Spyro, do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are using it to steal our electricity. Please help us by shutting down the machinery inside. In order to get...
There we go. Oh, shoot! I did it too early! It's like, oh wait, I don't have the head bash, so I can't just delay that. Alright. There we go. Just now wait. Whew! Made it! There we go. First get these, now let's get the orb.
Spyro, you've done well so far. You can have this little trinket for good luck. If you have any questions about shutting down the factory, just ask me.
Oh yes, I will ask you how to shut down the factory. Thank you for the hype
The
emote.
next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the triangle.
Uh-huh. Wads, I know how to play this game.
Remember to press...
I've played this game for years. I don't need to be taught how to hover. That's one of the more annoying things when going back and playing. It's like, they do little tutorial things, even though you already know how to play the game. Ugh. It's like, why you gotta tell me how to glide or hover? It's like, why you gotta do that? Yeah, it's Tom Kenny. That's pretty much why Scarecrow said, called it the, SpongeBob level. Which is common amongst, like, some voice actors. They do multiple roles for a character. SpongeBob. Spongy me boy. Arr, 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 arr. Can you feel it now, Mr. Cramps?
Thanks for shutting down the factory. Here, I found this stuck between the gears. You can have it if you want.
Oi, Spongy me boy. Alright, now we just gotta get the talisman and the rest of the gems. Good voice actor. Yep, he definitely is. I mean, if he's been going this long, getting that many roles, he's definitely doing something right. And last but
Thank you, Spyro.
finally,
You've deactivated all of the electric barriers. We've been guarding this talisman from the gear grinders. Please, take it as a reward.
One thing I don't understand what they did with Spyro 2, in prototypes, before the final release of this, you would get a lore to do some narration for these cutscenes. Your Spyro attack at the Rhinox for Game Boy Advance never came in. Or very late. Oof. That's unfortunate. I'm trying to remember that game, because... I mean, I did own it as a kid, but I don't remember that much. I think Agent 9 might have been in that one. Or was it Season of Flames? Because I know S.H.I.E.L.D. was in Season of Flames. Where she kind of felt like Hubert. I believe Tom Kenny also voiced one of the minions in Crest of Titans. Which version? The console? Handheld? Yeah, N64 controller came in yesterday, which is awesome. Oh, nice! How is the controller? Does it feel like the original N64 controller? Or does it actually feel a bit different? The console version? Okay, that's cool. I remember Nolan North actually did voice acting for Crash of the Titans. Wasn't Minor Mutant. I know he did a role for Engine.
Hi, Spyro. It's a good thing you're here. If you can help shepherd those baby turtles over there to safety, I'll be mighty grateful.
Feels weird playing it, but you're getting used to it. That's fair. That's generally how I always look at, like, the N64 controller. Like, out of any controller they've had, it's probably the weirdest. I mean, given it was, like, the first controller to have the analog stick, I mean, it's a given, so... I'm trying to remember, because there was always, like, the modern N64 controllers they sell from, like, third-party shops. One that looked like a Switch Pro controller. I always wanted to get one of those just to try with the N64. Yeah, it was Engine. Mermaid Man voice. Who voices Mermaid Man from SpongeBob? I don't know. That's a good question. Although I think his voice it was either him or the voice actor that does the voice acting for Barnacle Boy passed away. One Krabby Patty for me, and a Pipsqueak Patty for the boy. Now wait just a darn moment here. I don't want a Pipsqueak Patty. I want an adult-sized Krabby Patty. The Krabby Patty's too big for you. You'll never finish it. And then every villainous limit is formed. It's Barnacle Boy! Barnacle Man! One Pipsqueak Patty and your bin ban high chair. Oh my god. Old SpongeBob is the jam. The new stuff, well, haven't seen it, but don't hear too many good things about it. At least from what I hear, the writing's improved. As far as, like, the latest season, but... I just look as, like, it's The Simpsons. It's like, Simpsons was good back in the old days. The new stuff, just not as good. Or just worse compared to, like, the, older seasons. What season? It's like 1 through... I'm not too sure. It's like, maybe like into later, like, 2010s.
The waterwork.
When it comes like, SpongeBob. I can't really remember, like, what season is they say. Because it's definitely been a while. Especially like changing some of the characters as well over time. Some for the good, some for the worse. Bum 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 bum. Alright, free fire. Let's see, I don't think I can 100% this one, but I'm gonna at least go for the orb. Yeah, because I need the climbing for this, so I'm not gonna try to go for 100% this level just yet. Could use the cheat, but I would play the game legit. Where's the other... Oh, it's probably up near the end. The, those baby turtles.
Impressive! Most impressive. Please take this sacred, thingamajig as a token of our everlasting gratitude.
Bum 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 bum. See what's that, Patrick? That way we can get a butterfly. Chum is fun. I don't know how my flame didn't kill that enemy, but okay. Alright. Let's see. Get the gem. Gromit with the Star Wars reference. Impressive. Most impressive. Cheese, Gromit. Cheese. Oh, there's that one enemy I can kill. Cheese, Gromit, cheese. Gromit, stop the penguin. And then they just go into a train section. Little toy trains.
Thank you, young dragon. The baby turtles will be safe up here. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
But will they be safe from the chef up above, who's gonna turn them into some stew? Our king, is he gonna be safe? Are they gonna be safe then? I mean, then again, I'd be cool with some turtle stew. Oh. 1 second. There we go. Things on the side of the mic usually like to be loose if you move it sometimes. Oh yeah, Demon, did you hear they're gonna finally show gameplay of Sonic Frontiers? Next month during Game Fest? Pretty cool. About time Sega shows some gameplay. Ooh, a butterfly. Hopefully it turns out to be a good game. I'll probably wait at least when it comes to, like, Sonic Frontiers, just to be on the safe side. Because I remember buying Forces, I barely remembered the game, like, at all. Aside from, like, the OC. That's about it.
Nice work, Spyro. The orbs you're carrying have activated this special portal. You won't find a talisman in the Ocean Speedway, but if you're fast, you'll get lots of treasure. Have fun.
Alright, Speedway time. Just hope it's not mediocre. Same, I hope it's not mediocre as well. We don't need another Forces. Now we just gotta kill people on the boats. Hopefully with Sega, they've learned with, like, Forces and some of the Sonic games that, not to rush it and turn out to be a good game. Wait, what'd I miss? Oh, I didn't get any of the... There was, like, one other boat I missed getting. Gosh, dang it. Ran out of time. I thought I got all the boats. Oh well. I just went after the cars. For some reason, I thought I got all the boats. Racing car? No. At least a bit faster in this compared to Reignited. I could at least go for the cars as well, just to save some time. They also, for some reason, put Sonic 06 on the Xbox Marketplace for some reason, for the Xbox 360. I thought that was kind of weird, because I didn't know that thing was delisted. Because I figured all the, like, games of that generation were on there. So, that was interesting. Alright, now we got everything. Retry, because we need the orb for this. Unless they're aware of that once 06 project.
I guess now you think you're pretty good. Well, let's see if you're as good as the current champion.
Start race. No! Damn it. Damn it, I missed with Hunter. Just have to do like a quick turn. Wait, does that mean 06 is backwards compatible now? Not that you play it. I don't think so, because Microsoft stopped doing backwards compatibility program thing. Out to like the last batch of games they made backwards compatible. If you pretty much would want to play it, you pretty much would have to have an Xbox 360 in order to play it. Yeah, I wouldn't play it either. I've already seen enough of it from someone that speedrun the game to be like, I've seen it, probably just not for me as well. I got Unleashed, so I'm good.
Great job, Spyro.
Excellent! Now we got all the stuff. For some reason, one of the last backwards compatible games they made was... One of them, at least, was like that one Viva Pinata game that was a party game. That was interesting. I would probably check it out, just because I do like me some Viva Pinata. So, again, they're filled with fun. Filled with fun. Viva Pinata.
Say, Spyro, you see this wall here? I bet you're dying to know what's on the other side. If only I had a few more...
Here you go, money bags. the early concept of microtransactions. At least I get to flame him in Year of the Dragon. Alright. What's the point of listing Sonic 06 on Xbox if you're not going to make it backwards compatible? I don't know, it's just, I don't know, it's something, because maybe they originally delisted since the game was just so buggy and glitchy, so, I don't know, Sega's just weird, so. It'd be like if PlayStation decided to, like, I don't know, bring Crash Bash to, like, the PS3, even though it's, like, PS5 now. So I'd be like, what's the point of that? Well, at least, like, in the Western regions.
The funny-looking guys with the shock sticks have drained all our water. We can't get it back unless someone activates the switches they're guarding.
We even clamored to have Sonic 06 relisted anyway. That is a good question. I'm guessing Sega realized they didn't need to hide it anymore, so... I mean, if they wanted to hide something, just hide Sonic Free Riders, if anything. I mean, you could hide delist that game. If anything. Unless it's already delisted, which wouldn't surprise me. Just because, like, how bad Free Riders is. How to kill a good spin-off franchise. There you go. In fact, you'll test it. You have a copy of 06, just see if it works. Oh boy. Sonic 06. One of the buggiest, glitchiest games out there. I wondered though, with it being so glitchy and buggy, is it like Cyberpunk? Because I imagine at least like with Sonic 06 it's buggy and glitchy, you could still like have fun with it to an extent. Just for like the lulz. Then you have Cyberpunk 2077, which is just basically a buggy, glitchy version of Grand Theft Auto, but in the future. Hey, what's up, Hannah? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Wait, is Spot not working? Oh, there we go. The bot should be working now. Why do we have another ads? Yeah, that's a interesting ripperoo you made, Yoshi. That's an interesting ripperoo. That'll probably be me after I finally get, like, once I get all the whole, like, job stuff sorted out. That's gonna probably be me after a while. I'll be like Ripperoo. I'll just be jumping around in a straitjacket and just doing my stuff.
Spyro. You must be tougher than you look to get here. All the same, you won't be able to get past the metal sharks up ahead. I suppose I could let you borrow my submarine, though. For a modest fee, of course. A pleasure doing business with you, Spyro. This submarine is 100% shark-proof. I guarantee it.
For now, we use your submarine money bags. Then we'll actually kill those sharks. But I enjoy the lurky as well. Hopefully, things go well. Let's see. Let's go this way first. More optimal route. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now just gotta blow this up, and we're good. Let's see. I'm gonna get to a gem real quick, because I know where it'll be. It's always what I always miss in this game with Reignited. There we go. Alright, now just gotta go up there and do the Orb Challenges and collect the rest of the gems. Let's do the Hunter one. Let's get that out of the way.
I've been trying to tame my new pet manta ray, but he just won't obey me. Hey, you're just about the right size to ride on his back.
How'd I miss that one?
Pretty wild.
It's not pretty wild, Hunter. Yeah, I'll just use the D-pad. But just be like CTR.
Well done. I suppose I owe you something for that. Here, take this orb. I found it in one of my flippers. Now that the manta ray's tamed, I'd love to get him into racing shape. Care to take him through a harder course?
Sure.
Okay.
You bet.
Good luck.
Woo! I don't think I didn't get for that one. Sparks don't collect treasure. Ah, distractions.
Pretty wild.
What the hell am I doing so bad with this?
Pretty wild.
I'll go collect the treasure first, so we no distractions. Or bumping the stuff. There we go. Distractions, enter the chat. What's up, Mr. Shaw? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Indeed, the perfect distraction. Bum, bum. Let's get the treasure. Then we can do that challenge again. Oh, I made a new friend. Nice. It's good to hear you're doing well. As well. Ooh, that's pretty cool. You made a new friend.
Now that the manta ray's tamed, I'd love
What's
to get him into
what's the new
racing
friend
shape.
into?
Care to take him through a harder
Do they have any hobbies? Do they like the Digimans? Bleh. 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 How did I miss that one?
Pretty wild.
Pretty wild. If you say so, Hunter. Oh, they into the Digimans? Nice. Reminds me, I still need to catch up on Ghost Story. See what that's about.
Pretty wild ride, huh?
Because at times it kind of reminded me of Yokai Watch. Well, more so the classic Yokai Watch. Since, Shadow Side. No, actually, it reminds me more of the Shadow Side Yokai Watch than it does, like, the classic one. What am I saying? Since I have, like, the detective stuff. And of course, you have, like, the spirits and stuff like that. You got a little friend, too. Oh, it's the little, is it the little Harley Quinn doing the poggers? Also, a good guy, groceries and laundry to do today. Noise. And that's like a neat, clean, clothes. Again, the groceries. Well, except nowadays with, like, prices skyrocketing. That's the only downside with, like, getting groceries.
Okay, good luck.
Gosh dang it.
Pretty wild ride, huh?
Oof, yeah, indeed. Hopefully with stuff like the stuff that are going on in the world at the moment, stuff like that will calm down. I say more so the war. like Russia and Ukraine. Like that. Hopefully that settles down. We can get back to a somewhat functional society. I say that, but will we? Probably not.
Incredible. You've got real talent. I could use a partner like you. You can have the orb I found in my other flipper, too.
I wish we was optimistic on that. Kirby 64, there's a game-breaking glitch. What's the game-breaking glitch? Especially a Kirby game, they're never usually broken. Either. Except for like the power-ups. More so the fire sword. I mean, you could pretty much just go for that game and just use that just to beat all the bosses and stuff. That or the Jedi, like, lightsaber power-up in the Kirby 64. At least from what I remember as a kid.
Have kidnapped 6 of my children and hidden them in the tops of these numbered towers. I borrowed some explosives to blast the doors off the towers. If you can make it to the top of the 6 numbered towers, my children will be safe.
Why even have the children at the towers to begin with? Talk to him again. Okay.
Sorry, pal. I don't have any new jobs for you at the moment.
At the moment, he says. New jobs? Will I finally be an executive for Insomniac Games? Just kidding. That would be the dream, though. That would be the dream. Oh, shoot. Gotta go back up there for the challenge. Get to the crabs. Now you gotta get the seahorses. But yeah, that's fair when it comes to like being optimistic when it comes to stuff like that. Especially being 2020 where there's always gonna be something that's gonna happen. Given these years are just kind of cursed now. Like every day there's something that's happened. Whether it be good or bad. I always say this to Gizmo. I wish, like, just one time when it comes, like, the 2020s, I wish there was just, like, one year where something crazy doesn't happen. Can we get one of those years? That'd be nice. Yeah, that's the feels. Yeah, pretty much when it comes like nowadays. Even like some customers when they come in, it's like most of the time they just don't even bother like buying anything. If it's too expensive, they just leave and just let us go return the food and stuff to the aisle. let's see, there's a sheep right here where I could get some butterflies. Okay, here's the next one. Oh, Raven, would you happen to know if Nintendo are doing some kind of like open beta for that Mario soccer game by chance? I mean, I'm not gonna buy the game, but I was just kind of curious if they actually are doing like some kind of open beta. Cause I don't know, I'm not the biggest Mario person, but I always did like Striker's Charge on the Wii. And of course, Sluggers, but I don't know, just like kind of the question if that soccer game would turn out to be good. Because compared to Striker's Charge, it just looks okay at best, but then again, I've also never been like the biggest soccer person. Or football for the Europeans in the chat. I was spending on the phone for a long time, for about an hour, with fam. What have you and the fam been talking about? Anything cool happened recently? With the fam? By the way, about the glitch in Curry 64, the underwater part, like, sometimes you get hit by a fish, you can't be able to move at all. Wow, that's a weird glitch. I always feel that way with like Nintendo's online service when it comes to like the selection of games. It feels like a hit or miss sometimes.
You did it! Now we can swim in peace. I heard that you were collecting these orbs. Please take this one.
Not really. Because I was curious since I saw a friend of mine, Rick Canadian. He was like showing pictures of like his like stream layout. It looked like something for strikers. I hope they fix it. Yeah, I hope they fix it too. Especially since they expect you to pay like $50 or something for Switch Online. It's like, at that kind of quality? Are you kidding me? It sounded like that would just rather use like, I just use Project 64. Which means I get simulation. You're not gonna get like a one-to-one perfect thing of it, but still, for like $50 or $60 for that type of emulation, that just feels kind of pathetic. Though I did hear Sony kind of butchered it with Ape Escape 1 again, so not saying Sony's perfect, so yeah, just like any company that's not Microsoft just does emulation poorly. Feels bad, man. Just missing one more gem. Now I have to look for that one gem. Which probably won't take too long, so we should be fine. That's why I just tell Gizmo, just if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie, just get the N64 emulator, since emulation for that would probably be better anyway, compared to like paying $60 or something a year just for like Switch Online. It's emulation. Okay, so it's probably up there then. Or right there. There we go. Now to get talisman, and we shall face
Our world is
Crunch.
wet again. We all want you to have this talisman of Aquaria Towers to remember us by.
Oh, welcome in, Mr. Cha. Gotta wave high. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yay, we completed the level. Karma's a real bitch. Right there. Oh, I hope that seahorse is okay, though. That would suck if he died.
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have 6 talismans, this door will open.
Excellent. Let's see. How are we for time? I'd probably go for a bit longer. At least do maybe 1 or 2 levels after Crush.
Before you get to the castle dungeon, Spyro, I thought that you might want to know how Ripto and his monsters arrived in Avalar. You see, last week in the winter tundra, the professor was working on some new super portal technology.
There. That's the last orb in place. Now let's see. All we need are some coordinates.
Yeah, how about 22475? That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't!
What?
Get off me! Get off me, you useless buffoons! Why can't either of you? Where are we? No dragons. Wonderful. Crush, go back and pack my bags. We're moving in. Say hello to your new king.
Professor, shut it down! Hurry!
Oh my, oh my! I can't see the switch! I think I've broken my glasses!
Crush, go through the portal, you idiot!
Tell all your friends to take the orbs and scatter them throughout Avalar, quickly!
No! Go! Crush, get the orbs now! No! You despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is bad news for Avalar. Hunter, why didn't you chase him?
Yeah, I would have gone after him. But didn't he say something about not liking dragons?
Professor, could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, I think so. We'll need a world that has an alignment much better suited to intercepting one of these creatures. How about Glimmer?
Good idea. We better go right now.
And that's how Ripto got to Avalar. Now we shall fight Crush. It definitely looks way better in this compared to Reignited. It's like, looking back, as far as designs go, original, way better over, like, Reignited Trilogy version. I do like Gulp in Reignited, though. Ripto is probably my favorite. Like, I was like, the redesigns. Like, I was like, the villains. Whoa! Nope. There we go. I think he has skill point for taking no damage during the fight. Well, there goes that skill point. How did that not take How did he not take damage from that? Okay. Well, he's dead now. Good stuff. Good.
Now, Crush! You may have been able to defeat that simpleton, but Gulp will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, Shorty.
Gulp, come here now! Destroy him, and make sure it's painful. What? The roof? Gulp, get me out of here! So long, dragon.
What a wuss.
That Ripto has caused enough damage. All his meddling has cost me a fortune. If it wasn't for Spyro, I'd be bankrupt. If Ripto were here, I'd give him a piece of my mind. In fact, I'd give him a lot more than that. I was a champion bantamweight boxer at university, and I still know a few moves. Take that, and that. Boo. Ah! Why, you...
And now I gotta do the same for Autumn Plains. This time we get a cooler boss fight though, when it comes to like Gulp. Alright, let's see. Let's get the climbability first. Clean out a few of the worlds. And then we'll do one of these worlds and we'll probably call after that. I know I'm getting lives. It's not really that hard to die. Oh, first, let's get the power.
Well, I better...
Wait, there was different music playing? What the hell? Weird. Oh, right, we're heading back to... Let's see. Guidebook. Summer Forest, we still need 100%, because we need some gems. We also need the other orbs. Glimmer, we just need a few gems and one orb. Wait, what? We didn't get all the gems in the Colossus? I thought we did. Oh well. Something to do. Let's see, when it comes to gems, probably didn't go this way. Because I didn't get that one orb. No! Gosh dang, I missed the orb. I'm just off my game today. There we go. Alright, we get in the water. Let's get that orb again. And this time, be successful. Alright, now let's head to Glimmer again. So all we need to do is get a few gems, get the orb, we shall be on our way. Ba 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 da, ba ba ba. There we go. Kill that enemy. I think we have enough for the up there. Oh, we do. Ba-da-ba. Go. And voila.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. For a while, I was afraid we were going to have to cancel tonight's baseball game. Here, somebody mix this orb in with a baseball.
Can use like baseballs. Man, if that person actually tried to catch it, that's gonna hurt. Right in the face. Bum, bum, ba, ba, da. There we go. Glimmer complete. Alright, what else we got? Ghost Springs is clear. Colossus, we could go back to it another time. Sunny Beach, yes. Let's go beat Sunny Beach. Trying out the replay intro. That's what I wish I had reignited. Or even Crash 4. So you didn't like have to skip for the video all the time. It's like, at least give the person the option if they want to see the clip again. Wow! Let's see, I think I should be good. Because I don't need to kill enemy since I just only got grab. Okay, yeah, so it's basically just that, the chef up above and just a few gems. That's basically it. Ah! There we go. Kill. Oh, we just killed Patrick's star. Welp. Isn't that sad? Before I talk to that guy, let's get the gems. There we go. Now it's gonna get the orbs.
Your turtle friends happen to make a very good soup. If I can catch them. You can try to say them if you like, but I'm feeling awfully hungry.
I always feel hungry. I think we're having spaghetti tonight, so I'm gonna try to get this done as quick as I can.
So, you saved a few turtles. There are more where those came from. Here, take this orb. Go away. If you step a little closer to the pot, I'll start ringing my bell again.
Alright, where's the turtles coming out? No, don't jump into that.
Rats! You save every turtle on the beach. Here, take this. I was gonna use it to buy potatoes, but now I don't need it.
Ah, that's a shame. You can't buy your potatoes. Too bad. Alright, level complete. Exit level. Let's see, now we just gotta get the remaining treasure in Summer Forest and the remaining orb. Then we'll go do Twilight Harbor. Good old trouble with the trolley, eh? Oh, shoot. This was the part. There is the ladder. Wait, did I actually miss treasure? Breeze Harbor? Yeah, meant that, Breeze Harbor. It's, Breeze Harbor. Where the heck is the rest of the treasure at? Actually, wait, what am I missing? Oh, it's just like a ruby. Okay, so gotta head towards the Breeze Harbor. Underwater sections. There we go. Wait, I missed around here? Well, let's see. Where are you? Let's check the first area. Like, let's check over here, because I could have sworn I got all the treasure around here. Let's see. There we go. We should be good. Oh, there it is. Alright, now let's head back to Autumn Plains, and then we'll be going to Breeze Harbor. Then we can deal with trouble with the trolley, eh? There we go. There we go. Oh. Let's see. I'm gonna try to do the glitched later. When we get near the end of the level. Which I'm kind of disappointed they didn't keep it for Reignited. The glitch where you can swim in the air. Let's see, kill the enemies first. Ooh. Let's see. Get the and slower just a little bit. There we go. Let's get this treasure, then we shall kill the oh, also get this. Oh, we're at it. Alright.
Thanks, Spyro. Here's that orb I promised. Sorry if it still has clam juice on it.
Clam juice, that's fine. You can always use some clam juice once in a while. Alright, now we should kill some enemies. Spyro can wash off. That is true. He just needs some bubble breath. Oh, I think I missed a thing of treasure on the over there. Alrighty, there we go. I'm just gonna kill these enemies just to be on the safe side, so I can get more of those. Hey!
How lucky for me that you came along. My machinery is broken, and the gears I need to repair it are scattered all over the tracks. Could you hop on that trolley up there and get them?
Still here. Sort of been chatting with a new friend. Ah, it's all good, Mr. Cha. It's all good, my dude. Oh, there we go. I almost forgot about that one. Metal container that had the gems. I did that just for the lulz.
Trouble with the trolley, eh? Just use the D-pad or...
I basically did that just for the lulz. I think Gizmo said he pretty much did like the original first try. There we go. Ba 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 ba. Okay, there we go. We're good. And voila!
That was great work, Spyro. Now I can start fixing my machines. Here, I don't have room in my toolbox for this thing anymore.
Thank you. There's the orb. Now, let's get those remaining gems. Sorry, Nickel chat, but I was busy. It's back now. Anyways, welcome back, Yoshi.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Exactly. We just did that. I almost got a first try, but I just didn't, just for lulz. Alright, 400 gems, got... I think we got all the orbs. Yes. Alright, now I just need the talisman. Let's see. I'm trying to do the glitch. There we go. Who needs these ships when you could just swim in the air?
Please excuse our mess, Spyro. We are currently suffering from a land blubber infestation. First they put out the fires on our boilers, and now they've shut down our ship, too. If you could stoke up the fires under the boilers, I'm sure you could make your way to the ship. The steam from the boilers will activate our highly advanced machines.
Liam was having trouble with the trolley. I mean, if it's like your first time, I can kind of see if someone having trouble with the trolley. But it's not that hard. At least in, like, the Reignited.
Thanks for getting our ship fired up, Spyro. Now we can proceed with our counterattack on Zephyr. Please take this talisman as a token of our gratitude.
Since I made the trolley a bit easier in Reignited. Though Gizmo has that unpopular opinion, he thinks it's not even that hard. Pretty sure he had done it before. Spyro breaking all the laws of physics. Indeed. All he did was just charge in water. Bam. He can fly. Like Peter Pan. Let's see. What else could we do? Do at least want to get some more gems. And then do at least one more world before I call it. So therefore we can stay for next week. Hear a woo in the music. I just want to see if I could pull off that trick I've watched a friend of mine lagging mode. Well, I don't really know that much, so more so like an acquaintance. I've seen him do some tricks like some Spyro speedrun strats. I could probably never do it for the life of me. I've tried a few times, but... yeah. There we go. Whew. Unintentional way to get to this. Just like Metroid, you learn some tricks. It feels very rewarding. Speedrunning ain't really much my thing. Yeah, me either. I tried speedrunning Crash Team Racing at one point. I don't know, just all the stuff you have to do to like glitch and stuff. I'm sure it's fun, like, if you know, like, the strats and, like, what to do. But I don't know. I'm, like, one of those people that just would rather play, like, the game as the game. Not see how fast I could beat a game. Stuff like that. But, it has its appeal. It's just like Mega Man X Forward. That game, one of the levels, just pretty much teaches you how to speedrun. To be specific, Cyber Peacock. Okay, I wonder if I can actually... ah, damn it, I can't do the trick. Because there is a trick you can do to get it over there and not bother with the professor. Alright, so, let's see, which level? Skello Badlands or Crystal Glacier? Let's head to Crystal Glacier, because I know something Yoshi would love about this level. Oh, when you mean the woo, Yoshi, do you mean like the, early parts? Yeah, because then I definitely understand what you meant then, because...
Spyro, the ice wizards have imprisoned our leader, Shaman Tuck. Can you help us rescue him? It is urgent. He has our tickets to tonight's hockey game in Colossus Valley.
Because Spyro always has, like, some kind of sound when it comes to that. With its music. Especially in the bonus world for Year the Dragon.
If you get on the catapult, we'll help you across the chasm.
Like, at parts it sounds like someone is sneezing. Achoo! Ah, snow person. Little snowball. Crystal, of course. Don't! Could have sworn we got all of them. Oh, we have to talk to them.
We'll help you climb this wall up ahead.
I don't even need the fourth one. It's always weird. They always have a sound effect for like a pig, but that thing's a rabbit. It's weird. Do. Let's see. Do we have enough enemies? Oh, here we go. This is why Yoshi will love this level. Do you like the view, Yoshi? Do you like the enemy that's in front of us? Wait, it's a spider! How you say it's cute? Unless you're pulling reverse psychology stuff on me right here. He vibing. But it's cute spider. Okay, so there's like a difference. If it's like a cute spider, it's not scary, but if it's like a creepy spider thing in like Monster Hunter, it's gonna die. Good to know for future reference. I could deal with a derpy cute spider. Cute spooter, indeed. Let's see, I gotta talk to Moneybag so I can get...
Hello there, Spyro. I could arrange for you to cross this bridge for a small fee.
Oh, a small fee?
Thank you, Spyro. Now I can buy that condo in Hurricos that I've been wanting for so long. Go ahead across the bridge.
Moneybags would totally be that guy that would work for EA. I just know it. Like a realistic spider? Hell, it's not. I don't have arachnophobia though. I kind of have that, but if it's like a small spider, I don't mind them. But something like a Black Widow, a Tarantula, or a Hopper, oh fuck, I'm killing those things. Those are things that could, we need a blowtorch for. Aw, cute little rabbits. Yeah, same. Ugh. Especially when, yeah, when they crawl on you. Ugh, so creepy. Spider waifu.
We used to give guided tours of these caves, but now they are infested with multiplying Draklets. It's only a matter of time before they take over our whole village. Do you think you can get rid of them for us?
Oh, you do as well, Yoshi? Like kill a pregnant spider? Oh yeah. Alright, let's kill these spooters. Wow! If you miss one, they respawn. So this will be fun. I don't think I missed one, but... Ah, they're respawning. Gotta be quick. There we go.
You have saved us all from a grisly fate. Please, accept this orb as a small token of our thanks.
They sound like cats. Yeah, it could be a different, like, sound effect. Like earlier with those rabbit creatures, they sound like pigs, so... How does spider crawl right down on your hair, right in front of your eyes once? Oof. Damn, that's some very, that must have been very terrifying. Oof. Did you feel the spider crawl on you? Because maybe when I feel something, I just immediately just... I'm like, I gotta get it off, I gotta get it off. Let's see. Next should be George. Ah, you found my friend George. And let's talk to him first.
I lost my pet snow leopard. I was busy fishing, and when I turned around, he was gone. I hope George didn't get eaten by the Draklets.
Nah, George will be fine. He's a snow leopard. What could go wrong? Aw, George. They should have made George plushies. Why was George not a plushie? I need my snow leopard plushie. Where'd he go? Oh, there you go. Let's see. Now we just gotta give him fish. Here's a small one. Ah. George tried to kill me. What the hell? Making marketable plushies, eh? Yeah, it's like some things I feel like they could make plushies. Like with Crash 4, there's this dinosaur creature in the outer space, one of the outer space levels. I feel like that thing could have been a plushie, but nah, Activision don't want money. They just want that sweet Call of Duty money. You remember when one of your friends told you that the final boss of Crash Science was so afraid to go to the final level? Then it turns out it wasn't that scary at all. Oh, because it was a spider mech?
You found George. I'm so glad he's safe. I'll be sure to pay more attention to him from now on. All I have with me is this round shiny thing I caught while I was fishing. You can have it if you like.
When in doubt, get someone on Etsy to do it for you. True, I can see if somebody that makes custom plushies can make that alien dinosaur thing. Aww, George is so cute. Whew, that's a close one. Sorry, snowball creatures. I had to kill one of you for sparks. Oh, I got an extra life from one of them. Cool. Oh, until Ripperoo's available? Noise. He's like, what, 40 bucks for the U-Tunes? I think I saw on Twitter doing a giveaway for one. So I might enter that.
Just hold tight for a second and look out below.
Ow. You'd think those guys could have got me out of here without rolling a 2-ton snowball onto my head? Here, take this crystal. I traded some hockey tickets for it.
I think U-Tunes are worth the price. It definitely looks better than Funko Pops. True. Plus, I imagine Funko Pops are just cheaply made anyway. It's like, what am I gonna do with you two? Too bad U-Tunes are always limited. Yeah. It's unfortunate there's stuff like that.